Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can use Queen Charge LaLo here at Townhall 10 to 3-star any base. So here is the army composition we are going to be jumping in to take a look at today. Of course we have those 5 healers, all important for that Queen Charge, and Queen Charging is a necessity as you progress through the Town Halls. You can just be one of those spam attackers if you want, but typically at some point you're going to want to get out of your comfort zone and you're going to want to try and Queen Charge. Now from Town Hall 9, that's where you start to delve into the world of Queen Charging, and progressing through into Town Hall 10 we of course have the new difficulty of single target infernos. So let's jump in and we'll break this one down to explain how you can 3-star lots of bases at Town Hall 10. First things first, with that Queen Charge, you're going to want to identify a few things. Typically when you are Queen Charging, you're going to want to make sure you bring in that frozen arrow. That's really important because the frozen arrow helps you to freeze up some all-important defenses, enemy heroes, as well as clan castle troops. It just overall probably one of the best equipments for Queen Charging. We're going to use a few wall breakers to open up that first compartment, and what we're looking to achieve here with our Queen Charge portion of the attack is to take down a few objectives. The first of which, and the most important one, is going to be those clan castle troops. We're always looking to take down the clan castle troops because if we don't, those CC troops can eat up your LaLo portion of the attack. Next up, we're looking to take down the enemy Queen. Really important because it's basically a walking air defense on steroids. Next up, you're looking to take down at least one, if not more, air defenses. And then after that, it's basically completely up to you. You can also look to take down something like the multi-target infernos, but again you can change up to whatever you basically want as long as you're able to get the value. If you're coming up against single target infernos, typically I would say try and avoid walking your queen straight into multiple single target infernos. You're not going to have enough spell support to really help you get through them, but in this one you'll see we are going from the opposite side because we're able to take down the enemy queen as well as the clan castle troops. Our king coming in from this bottom section of the base did go ahead and use his ability. We had the earthquake boots as well as the spiky ball. Unfortunately we didn't quite get as much value as we were potentially looking for, but that is probably because we had to bring him in early in order to help create that funnel to push the queen in. She is still going to be going strong, and then we're going to get going with our LaLo portion of the attack. Now there's a couple of different things to this strategy. The first of which, Stone Slammer. That's going to be basically acting as a massive tank to tank as our balloons come in. Secondly, if there is single target infernos that could potentially lock onto your lava hounds, you're going to want to bring in a skeleton spell. That's just going to help tank as your troops progress through. Honestly, the Stone Slammer is going to be one of the biggest MVPs of this one. It's able to just do an extraordinary amount of damage. Now if you don't need that remaining rage spell for your Queen Charge portion of the attack, you can go ahead and use it on your LaLo portion. We have loads of spell support for our LaLo, so it's really important that we use it as and when we need to. You can see, yeah, we're crushing through this one. We're going to freeze up here in the back end. We're going to rage up as well. And before you say anything, yes, I know a few of these defenses are not maxed out at Town Hall 10, but the point still stands that you would still do this strategy the same way. You would still attack the base using the same techniques you have seen. If you want to pick up this army link, it is down in the description as always, but let's jump in and break down the next example. Alright, moving on to the second example. Before we jump straight into it, I would love it if you guys could go ahead down below, hit that big red button if it's there for you, and subscribe to us here at the Barracks. We're pushing for 500 subscribers, and it would be amazing if you guys could join the family. Talking about family, we have a brand new clan called the Barracks. There is a link for that in the community post as well as down in the description below if you want to come ahead and join with any of your accounts, whether that be Town Hall 10 like we're looking at today or anything else. It would be amazing to have you. But jumping back into this one, you can see we're queen charging over here from this left hand side. Again, a couple of key objectives. Enemy queen going to be going down right there. Clan castle troops also being secured. Air defense has already gone down as well, which is absolutely perfect for us. King doing his work over there on that right hand side of the base. Most of the time he is just going to be walking around the outside. Occasionally you might get him to go in, snag a couple of defenses. If you can, air defenses are always really nice to get. Then we get down that skeleton spell, going to be going down on that single target inferno. That's going to tank for that stone slammer. There is the barbarian king's earthquake boots going to be getting popped off, and then that LaLo going to be coming in from the top section of the base. Now when it comes to your LaLo, you're going to want to deploy your balloons in groups of 4 to 5. This is so they can one-shot those defenses. When it comes to spell support, you're typically looking to freeze up things like wizard towers, expos, air defenses, and of course inferno towers. Raging through the back end right here, we can freeze up that multi-target inferno. We do have the spell support to do it. We're a little bit late on that freeze spell, but regardless, we have the rage spell. That's going to help us get through here anyway. Not a problem for us, and this one is going to be another 3-star. The stone slammer is definitely a really strong part of this attack, and I would always recommend bringing it. Of course, that's unless you're doing some sort of tournament at Townhall 10 where you're not allowed to bring a siege machine, but typically when you're coming up in regular war, CWL, even trophy pushing, yeah, bringing in that stone slammer is going to be very beneficial. So we have one more example. Let's jump in and break it down. So moving on to that third and final example, queen's going to be coming over here from that left hand side. The only difference, and the thing I might see that could cause us some issue on this one, the enemy queen is all the way on the opposite side of the base. So we are going to have to charge our queen pretty deep into the base here in order to get the value we typically look for, because we always say clan castle as well as the enemy queen and an air defense. Freezing things up nice and early at the start here, that's to guarantee a couple of wall breaks, just to make sure our queen is going to push right into the base. Poisoning up those clan castle troops, of course the frozen arrow really going to help us deal with that enemy dragon there in the defending CC. King going over here towards this bottom section of the base, his ability is going to get popped off right there. Of course, if you can get that spiky ball upgraded, it really will benefit you in the long run. You're going to be able to take down more defenses, more buildings, and overall do more damage. But that queen unfortunately is going to get stalled up here in the core because we don't have access into that middle. We only brought in just enough wall breakers to open up a few compartments, and that stone slammer actually gives our queen access into the town hall compartment right there. The enemy queen is still up, so we do need to be careful, but we have lots of spell support, so let's keep that in the back of our mind. Now we're going to go ahead and drop in the skeleton spell rather than for the single target inferno. This time it's going to be to try and tank for that enemy queen as well as the Tesla farm that is popping up in here. Continuing to push on through, and you can see just how much damage that queen is doing. She is sniping off balloon after balloon, so we're going to be freezing her up right there, protecting our back end balloons, using that haste spell, pushing straight in towards that multi-target inferno. Our queen hopefully going to be able to help us get through the enemy queen right here, but with the help of her ability, we definitely should be able to do just that. This one's slightly closer than some of the previous ones, and it was a difficult base to be honest, because of course we had that queen to deal with on the back end, and like I said at the start, she's basically an air defense on steroids. She can walk about, she can snipe off loads of different balloons. She is very powerful indeed, but this one is going to be able to finish off a 3-star. We have that queen ability to finish off proceedings, and while you guys are here, I would love to say thank you for supporting us all the way to the end of this video. Really do appreciate all of you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you have queen charged before here at Townhall 10, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.